So the change management module is a 3-day module. I'd love it to be a lot more than a 3-day module, but unfortunately we can't persuade people to spend more than 3 days out of the office. But it's all about getting buy-in for your project. It's all about getting acceptance. It's all about not waiting until the improve phase when you go out and try and say, right, we've got the solution now, all we've got to do is implement it, and we get a lot of pushback. So let's start in the define phase, understanding who we've got to influence, how we're going to influence them, and then we look at a number of tools that we can use to help to influence them. So it's a very interactive course, gives people a chance to practice some new tools, gives them a chance to reflect on how they've used things in the past and where it's worked and where it hasn't. There's a lot of interaction of other people sharing good and bad advice about how things have worked. And it's a totally non-threatening environment in which people can practice some of these new tools and typically go away with some new ideas, but also a little bit more confidence in how they can deal with some of the difficult issues, for instance, giving feedback to their sponsor that perhaps they're not doing the right job. The change management module is based around actually the work of John Cotter and his 8 steps, but what we've done is to break that down into a shorter model that's more appropriate for projects. So we have what we call the change wheel. So what we've done is at each stage we've identified what do you need to be thinking about in terms of communications plans, in terms of stakeholder analysis, and making sure that we're handling the items from the change wheel in addition to the domain. When you think about change management, there are so many models and so many things we could have looked at, but we decided to focus it in specifically on what are the tools and techniques that a green or black belt would need in order to make sure that their project was a success. And so we've tried to take tools that are a mix of skills, so things like facilitation, but also some simple tools that can be introduced at different stages through the DMAIC cycle to help get buy-in.